go on to Division 2. So we've got the Maeshowe division. So you've got, I think, the highest scoring team in Orkney, the Sandbach Satan's 191 against previously the Southampton Dockers, who were 9-1, 166.97. The Whitchurch Warriors 141.8 against the Nottingham Rebels 181.19. The Birmingham Master Chiefs 128.6 against, there's Derek, he's going to watch later on, 197.
He's hanging on by his fingernails, isn't he?
He mentioned earlier on he was going to watch it later on. The Lancaster Bombers 227 against the Turbo Titans 166. The Glasgow Lightnings 256.38 against the Whitford Educators 179. Mr. A. Dillon hasn't picked his team for a couple of weeks, so I think he's still got cats scatterable in it. The Chester Hurricanes 179 against the Royal Raiders 155.89. So there you go, Sandbach Satans right up to the top there, 9-2. Southampton Dockers, they spelled the team wrong, 9-2. The Nottingham Rebels at 7-4. Look at this, you've got 6-5 for the Raiders and the Titans. Then you've got 5-6, 5-6, 5-6, 5-6 for the Lightning, Bombers, Hurricane, and Educators. And even Kilmarnock Kings at 4-7. With it being 6 spot 5 and 6, they've still got a chance.
Yeah, I mean, literally, technically, the Birmingham Master Chiefs aren't out of it if they can win 3 in a row. You know, it's but with sixth place being 5 and 6. So yeah, this one's really, really tight. And the Titans and the Raiders there at 6 and 5. Bad scoring weeks this week for both of them. Sorry, Everett. Sorry, Aaron. But really bad. And this is not the time, you know, to be bad scoring weeks. Even if you're losing, if you're scoring kind of 190, 200 points and losing, you know that you're at least your team scoring points and you've just lost a better team. But when you're scoring 150, 160 points and losing, it's you're a wee bit worried about the form of your team at this stage of the season, you know.
Can have a look at. I know they're both at the top team there. You got the.
Yeah, I mean this is a good big win. I mean these two are now guaranteed playoffs with this 6th place being 5 and 6, you know, so they're both guaranteed playoffs. But look at that quarterback matchup, Johnny.
And 5 against 6. That's it. Yep.
And it's still 190 points for Sandbach Satans with 5 points from his quarterback. So that just goes to show how well the rest of the team's gone, you know. You've got H-An there, Hall not doing the best either, you know. Flivers doing what Flivers normally does. That's a slow week from Puka. You know, it's a heck of a team there, you know, and they're not guaranteed promotion yet, but it looks very much like it with the 2-game lead on third, you know, so could be a team to look out for in the first division next year. Both of them actually, you know, they're both good squads. When you've got Drake May sitting on your bench, that's the
thing. Where you were always going to play with Lamar over Drake May. You were, especially after the week before, you were always going to play Herbert over Young.
Well, I mean, don't get it. I mean, Herbert over Young is you're playing Herbert over Young 100% of the time, and you've got Young there in case Herbert gets an injury. Whilst I don't, you know, you can pick someone up from agency, I don't agree with it. I understand it. What I don't understand is sitting with Drake May and Lamar Jackson, because you're never going to play Drake May over Lamar Jackson, and all you're doing is, you know, weeks like this where Drake May's outplayed Jackson by 18 points. I mean, it wouldn't have made a difference overall in the game, but it's a waste of a bench spot to me. If you've got Lamar there, you surf agency the week that he's on by and you roll with him because you're never going to drop him.
I suppose he was injured, but when is the bye week?
Well, yeah, I know. I mean, Southampton Dockers are 9-2 in the second division. I'm looking at relegation to the 4th, you know. So what do I know? There's obviously a method behind the madness. I just don't know what it is.
Oh, Derek's got McCaffrey, Purdy, Henry, Franklin. You lost Ayew, Manure, Metcalf, Njoku. So basically, those top 3. You've got Brissett in the bench.
I mean, it's heavily relying on the 49ers offense. But I mean, the 49ers offense is back to pretty much full strength now. I mean, Ayuk's never really a thing, is he? So they are back to pretty much full strength, you know. So Purdy's back. McCaffrey looks great when Purdy's playing. So, I mean, if Derek can win out, which is entirely possible, get himself to 7-7, he's got every chance of making the playoffs. It's not over for him yet. And, you know, you've got, I know that, let's see who's playing who next week.
The thing is, when you get to the playoffs, you only have to win one game. if you're in.
This is big weeks. Yeah, that's that 1-1 and you're 1-1 and you get your promotion. And this is big weeks for the Titans and the Raiders. Both those teams have got to turn it round. They've got to get their win this week and get themselves to 7 wins. So it'll be interesting to see who they're playing.
So you've got the Nottingham Rebels against the Southampton Dockers, so 9-2, 7-4. Sandbach Satan's up against the Birmingham Master Chiefs, 3-8. The 2-9 Whitchurch Warriors against the 5-6 Lancashire Bombers. Glasgow Lightning 5-6 against the 4-7 Kilmarnock Kings. So Derek, you really need to win that one. Oh, they're up against each other.
Playing each other. They're playing each other.
I take it Everett's not set his team up. Then you've got the Chester Hurricanes 5-6 against the Whitford Educators 5-6.
There's huge games there, but those two because they're both in losing streaks at the moment. You know, this is a huge game to see who can turn it round and who can get this. This is possibly for me. The winner of this game is going to make the playoffs, and the loser of this game is not. That's how tight this one is.
Well, Everett needs to put a defender in. He needs to put a quarterback in.
He does. So I mean, that's it's. I mean, let's have a wee look at the benches and just see what's on there. So Shaw's going to be coming in and playing, and I think Aaron's pretty much starting the right teams. He's got quite a few players on bye there. He's got Gadsden on bye. He's got Thomas out, which is unfortunate. And I wouldn't be starting Tillman this week either. So I think he started the right team, and Everett's obviously got to do a little bit.
You'll have to keep an eye on Rodgers at 6 o'clock, whether he's playing or not.
Yes, he will, but he's not. Has he got a quarterback on the bench there? No. He's going to have to go agency surfing, isn't he?
He's only got 2 of them. But there's bound to be somebody in agency as a quarterback.
Oh, there'll be loads in agency.
Oh, you got Brissett.
Yeah, there's Jacoby. Brissett would be the one. I mean, I would have Brissett in over Rodgers all day long if it was me. Aaron, go and pick up Brissett and play him over Rodgers, will you? I'll message you when we're done. Yeah, I mean, Brissett's throwing for over 250 yards every game, and against the Jaguars this week at home. At home means Arizona, means it's going to be probably a decent enough weather, fine to throw in, and he's going to go for over 250 yards. It's an absolute given because you can't run on the Jags, so it's going to be all Brissett, and the Jags will be scoring. So yeah, I see him throwing a lot, and I see him getting a lot of points this week. So that would be my move if I was Aaron, and I think that might just get him over the line and get him the win against Everett.
It's going to be a nice close one then. That's interesting game.